What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Let's Play. I am, of course, D. Marchese, otherwise known as the Beast NJ, and today I am checking out Alienation on the PlayStation 4 by Housemarque. Full disclosure, I'm super biased. I fucking love Housemarque, and incidentally, I fucking love Alienation. This game is awesome. It is a mere $19.99 on the PlayStation Store right now. I think it was on sale for me because I had PlayStation Plus for 17 bucks. So, and it might still be, it might not be. I don't know. As you can see there, I'm 2 hours in, a little bit over. And there are 3 classes you can choose. There's a tank, a saboteur, and there's another one I forget, but I chose the saboteur because I like the way they play. So, right off the bat, I'm going to show you some of the upgrades later, but I want to jump into a map here and just get started. So there are rankings, though, to point out, and there are multiple modes. I don't quite understand these yet, but you can turn on things like horde mode. There's some kind of PvP here. I haven't messed around too much with that, but it's good to know there are a lot of endgame things to do in this. But the main game itself is like pretty impressive. So if we go to battles, why don't we hop into Alaska here, and I'm gonna go into, I feel like I'm gonna go into mission 3 or maybe mission 2. I don't know. What do I do? I'm gonna go to mission 3. This is the last one I remember doing. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna start a new mission. I'm gonna start on professional because I am a professional. Don't try this at home. Actually, really, I highly recommend you try this at home. This game is so good. I'm not sure even where to begin here. Now, as I mentioned in my first Let's Play video on Ratchet & Clank, this is not a review. I will give you my general thoughts on it, so you can consider it a review if you want, but it's not. It's just us hanging out playing some games. So, first things first, you'll notice right off the bat, it's really similar to Dead Nation. It's a lot prettier than Dead Nation. It's a lot more vibrant. It's a lot brighter than Dead Nation. It's so very, very ambient, though, like Dead Nation. But it does have that gameplay from Dead Nation, which is pretty much a twin-stick shooter. As you can see, I just blew that cooldown, but there's a quick reload. It's a cool feature. I don't remember that being in the previous... Or I keep talking about like it's a sequel. It's not. It's, but I don't remember that being in Dead Nation, personally. But yeah, I mean, the basic structure of the game is you are put on a country or continent. Nailed that quick reload, thank you. And you are slaying aliens. So, as you can see, there are multiple features, multiple ways to travel and shoot and just pretty much be a badass. So, I have a dash right there. That's character specific. So you see me, I'm kind of warping across the battlefield. That's my character's specific like traversal technique. The tank, I think, rolls, and then the other guy does something cool, I'm sure, as well. And now if you look at the bottom left, you see I just had my one cooldown. I'm pointing there with my super cool SMG. That's your grenade spot. So I actually have a boomerang right now that just tears through people. It's like a supersonic boomerang, and it just rips everyone apart. There's also grenades, there's landmines, things like that. Gotta watch out for those bitches. It's a sabotage, as they say, because you shoot them and then also acid comes out, which is not fun. So there's my melee. Now that I'm getting wrecked by you, buddy. Get away from me, please. There's also an option to turn on invasion, so at any time an alien invasion can take place and just really mess with you. I don't think I turned it on. If you look in the background, I exploded a car. That's another thing they've added back in from Dead Nation. But yeah, so I told you about your traversal. I told you about the quick reload. Some other things you have is your actual special move, and there's actually a few of those you can equip. Oh shit! I'm trying to think if I'm missing any core gameplay elements here, though. I mean, you know, shoot, dodge, use your special. The beautiful thing about this game, though, right? You might be like, oh, it's Dead Nation 2, pretty much. Yes and no. It is Dead Nation 2 in that it's definitely a spiritual successor, but it bests Dead Nation in literally every way possible. The weapons feel so good. The gameplay is some of the smoothest gameplay I've ever experienced from Housemarque. It's really like just perfect. The weapons feel great. You might be hearing some of the sounds coming from my controller. The sound design is just fucking amazing. Oh, there's a sidearm. I just switched to there. And then there's also a special weapon. I have the minigun equipped right now. That just rips apart everybody. Now, I'll show you my special move. It is a... Actually, why don't we go into... No, I can't. I have to... So that's something worth mentioning. You can't go into your upgrades menu. Everything's live. It's always happening. So you have to make sure all enemies are clear before you go into your menu. But why don't I go in there right now? So this is what makes this game so special. It is... Dead Nation meets... Oh, I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked. It is Dead Nation meets Diablo. It is a Housemarque RPG, which is just... I did not expect that. I think I'm in the clear now. Yeah. So that's cool. Your screen does glow when you're in danger. So here's the thing. I have my primary weapon, right? Secondary weapon, your heavy weapon, and then your equipment. Like I mentioned, I have a mine. I have a boomerang right now. Remote detonate grenade. And then you have your abilities. So as you can see, there's a like pretty vast skill tree here. And these are all active abilities. This is my one special, my plasma sword, it's my melee move, but it's enhanced. And then an artillery strike is my main special. You activate that with the touchpad. And then passive abilities like stealth. One's I have a cloaking device I can activate. One that improves my health and my overall speed. And they're all passive abilities. So you gain experience just by killing aliens, and that's how you get skill points. And then you level a character up that way. Pretty standard fare there. But the cool thing is, even under gear, you go in, and what will happen is cores will drop as you fight. You equip these cores, so you can improve the fire rate of your weapons, the damage, your critical chance, and then you can actually re-roll your stats if you want a chance at a better gun. But you can also get screwed because I re-rolled stats on something, and my damage went way down. So it's a gamble, but it's a cool option because you might walk away with a really much better deal than you originally started out with. Now. And okay, so yeah, this is worth mentioning, I guess. It's not a big deal, but your cap level is 30 there, as you can see on the right. This is all your gear, all your stats, and then all your unlocked abilities and your unlocked locations. But the coolest thing is there's an actual crafting section here. So all the cores you pick up, you can actually combine them into more powerful cores. There's utility core level 2, and then level 3, and it goes all the way up to 6. So you can save these up and actually just keep, the more you have, the more you use into making these powerful cores. And in turn, when you use those powered up cores, you'll attach those to your weapons to make like a super ultra upgraded weapon, which is just so cool. I can't believe there's a crafting system in this game. Honestly, I can't. And then you can, there's also options to your upgrades. Like if you go into, okay, I'm in my warrior skill, right? So it adds a 60-degree sector to my basic melee attack, which is pretty much why it's like round anytime I do a melee. So he kind of circles around with his blades. But I can also go over here and then add either to damage or to radius. So those are some of your options, and it's pretty deep. It's a pretty deep system for a $20 game. That with the resources and all that. I mean, that's basically it. It's not hard to grasp by any stretch of the imagination. So that's basically the overall features of the game. So why don't we just tear it up for a little bit? I want to show you guys that artillery strike for sure. Why don't I use that now? So you can just run amok. And it's really, really good. When there's an invasion, you have a lot of bosses on the field and just tons of enemies everywhere. Man, you really see that thing's power. It is a devastating attack. Now, I've heard good things about the other classes. I am particularly really enjoying the Saboteur. It's super awesome. He's kind of like your mage and your tech specialist, if you're more familiar with those terms. And then there's the tank, and then the first class available is a healer. So there's that. I also want to show you guys the boomerang, which just destroys. Tearing bitches up. I love this game so much, man. It's really, really... I really didn't expect this to be a legitimate, like, action RPG, and I mean, you know, it's exactly what it is. I just didn't see that coming from Housemarque. Like, there was some of that in Dead Nation, you know, but it definitely left you wanting. Left me wanting. I know that. Like, you can pick up some loot here and there, but in this, there's loot chests everywhere. And when you complete your main objective, you're gonna want to go and adventure around and level up and grind for gear and more XP and stuff. And it's like, you get a lot of bang for your buck for $20. Now, there are some problems. Really, really small problems, I have to say. If you really want to score from me, honestly, I mean, I'm probably at like a 9 right now. Like I really like this game a lot. Maybe that's a little overzealous. Maybe like an 8.5. Just because there's definitely things they could improve on. The missions are kind of short. Your main objectives really easy to complete. But if that were just a little bit tweaked and the main objectives actually required a little bit more teamwork, and I'll talk about that in a sec too, then I would give it a 9. But as it stands, probably, I don't know, 8.5. I want to say even higher, really, like 8.7 maybe. It's so little, the things that are throwing me off, and I really don't care that much about the missions. Okay, so here you go. We have a horde approaching. I've never had that happen before, but here they are. And I don't have ammo, so that's really great. I am also don't have any specials, so that's fantastic. There you go. Ammo. Let's go. Use it. Use it. Yes. Get him. So that's what I was talking about. It's a devastating, honestly. This goes to show you how easy and how difficult the game can be. Now I'm playing on normal, keep in mind. So it gets worse. You know, trust me, it gets worse. Now with other players, I find it really enjoyable, like really enjoyably difficult. Like there's a challenge, but it's so much fun, and really it's awesome when you can outmaneuver these guys when you have your friends with you. I was playing with 2 of my friends when I first booted up the game for the first few missions, and we were just having a great time. Like it's an awesome co-op game. It's really seamless. It's super easy to drop in and drop out with your friends. You open the map and you see them and you just pop into their game, or you can party up and go to the mission together. It doesn't matter. Speaking of the map, you can also make that mini map in the corner there and bring it to the full by pushing down on the D-pad. So that's another handy little thing. It just shows you everything, where you are, all the respawn points. Those little green triangles are respawn points, so they're kind of like your checkpoints. But this thing up here is cool. There's these little flowers scattered all over the place, and they increase your speed, your XP, that kind of stuff. So it really extensive, the amount of features and detail they put in the game. Just the world. I mean, if you're a graphics guy or girl, look at the world we're in. Like it's a beautifully made game. The snow effects are really cool, and then all of the vibrant gunfire bouncing off the snow. There are other planets that look drastically different to this, from what I've seen. I like that too. You can kind of like tease your boomerang to follow you around. Yeah, but there are different planets that look drastically different, and they're all just so beautiful. It's a really beautifully designed game, and that's the thing with Housemarque, man. They make such little games. I'm reluctant to call them little games. They make these smaller games, pack such a punch, and like give you so much to do for such a fair price. And on top of everything, they're just visually stunning. Like this game is insane looking. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm playing on my gaming monitor right now. I was playing on my TV yesterday, and it's there's no difference. Like it just looks beautiful in anything. It's really well designed. But yeah, it's one of my favorite games I've played this year so far. No doubt about that. Get him. So this is what I was talking about earlier. There's like mini bosses scattered. Oh, that's the first time I died. There's these mini bosses scattered all throughout the map, and I believe they're procedural. Not positive on that. I'm pretty sure that they respawn in different places if you come back, and you can come back to any missions you complete and redo them. There are 20 missions, I believe, in the entire game. But yeah, as I said, it's like one of my favorite games of the year so far. It's a long year ahead, but it's good. I expected this to be great, and man, it really delivered. And if you're unfamiliar, Housemarque also made Super Stardust, I don't think Ultra, but they made Stardust HD, Super Stardust, Resogun. There are definitely others I'm not even thinking of. They made a ton of great twin stick shooters and just arcade style games in general. And this is like, you can see the evolution of their games. They slowly add more and more. And the only thing that really makes me happier than playing this game is knowing that they have another game in the works right now. Matterfall. If you had seen that trailer, they're a developer that not enough people talk about, and I really love them, and I can't believe that Sony hasn't bought them yet to become first party, because they seemingly make exclusively Sony titles, but they're not owned by Sony. They need to get on that. It's almost insane to think that they haven't yet, because they've just delivered them so many great products. If you remember when the PS4 launched, they had Gun, a brand new game, probably still the best game on the PlayStation 4, in my opinion. And it was free with PlayStation Plus on launch day. You can play that on your PS4, and I did. This day I opened my PS4, I played that game and nothing else until I played. And it's just fantastic. And then all the post-launch support they gave to an arcade game. They gave post-launch support. All kinds of DLC, ways to compete with your friends and stuff. And it seems like we're getting a lot of that with this game too, because of all this. You see this PvP stuff, horde mode. It's outstanding, man. They're just an outstanding developer, and this is a nice feather in their cap. Just another awesome game on the PlayStation 4. But I think you guys pretty much get the gist of the game, right? If you can see, now we're terraining, I guess. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, we're terraining into some new territory. I don't know. We're moving into some new territory, as you can see. Oh, I'm done. I'm so done. Wait, he lives! You can get a kind of a taste of like how different these environments can be. So to leave you with this thought, buy this game. It's a must-play game, if you ask me, if you're a PlayStation 4 owner. And yes, I do think it is best played in co-op. That's when I was having the most fun, which is something huge for me to say, because I am not a multiplayer guy. I like games as my time of solitude. I don't really like talking to people, even my friends. Like, I like chilling out, but we were having a ton of fun just shooting the shit, talking, killing some aliens, talking about all the new weapons we were getting and stuff. And I definitely recommend this game in co-op as a way to play it. That said, you can definitely play it in single player. As you can see, I'm on normal mode. There's a challenge, but it's not a problem, really. I'm sure it'll get more difficult, but it's really not that difficult as is. And there's little things to help you out, like this turret. And there's also a different mode you can play on if you really wanted to. There's a much easier mode you can play on. The trophy list, actually, is what I want to close off on. Seems really hard. Now, if you guys know me, and I know probably most of you do, you know I like my trophies. There is an insanely difficult trophy. It is getting 90% accuracy while firing at least 300 bullets. I should not have gotten this guy. Oh, he comes out. But yeah, the pro tip for that was given to me today by my good friend Rick. Go into the training mission. And there's a really easy way to spam that trophy. It's probably the hardest trophy in the game. And it's super easy to get if you just go into the training mission and spam shoot them in the portals, and you will know what I'm talking about when you play the game. But yeah, the rest of the trophies, super hard. Am I gonna platinum this game? Fuck yeah, you know I am, because that's what I do. Trophy King Season 1 and 2 of the Trophy Wars. How you doing? My name is the Beast NJ. But yes, I am gonna platinum it. It's super difficult. It seems like it'd probably be a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 difficulty. Just purely based on what I saw just at a glance. I just kind of scrolled through it rather quickly, but I know you have to get to level 30 with all 3 characters. You have to complete all the missions. There's the accuracy one. There's a couple other really difficult ones. So lots to do with Alienation, let alone all the main stuff. There's little side missions to complete. There's always the leaderboards as well, where you can compete with your friends. And then there's horde mode, like I mentioned a million times now. And there's also PvP of some kind. So add that in with the trophies, and you're getting a hell of a bang for your buck with Alienation for just $20. It is insane. They could have easily charged $60 for this game, and I would have been there. No, not a question. Not a doubt in my mind. Highly recommend. If you love PlayStation games, if you love Housemarque, it doesn't really matter. If you love video games, play this video game. It's super good. Alienation by Housemarque. Check it out. I loved it. The Beast approves. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I am, of course, DMarchese, otherwise known as the Beast NJ. You can follow me on Twitter at @thebeast_NJ. You can follow us at the Level Up Network, level spelled LVL. But most importantly, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can catch all the new Let's Plays we do, as well as all of the other stuff we do. We do Power Up Superhero Show, Level Up Show. We archive from twitch.tv/the Level Up Show. You can get that all right here on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button to let us know what you guys want to see in the future. And leave me some comments if there's any games you would like to see me play or any suggestions you have. This is a new series, so I am open. I am listening. Talk to me, and I will talk to you. Okay? Thank you, guys. I love you so much. Play this goddamn beautiful game. Have a great day.